been less than a week. It's been less than a week. Do we understand yet? Do we see what's happening yet? Do we understand in our hearts and in our minds where we are headed? Because if we don't, we cannot push back against it. There is one group of people that is at the head of all of this, and there is a second group of people that is being used to push what that group of people wants to do. So the top group of people is the top group of people. It's the billionaire class. It's the 1%. It's these people who have everything and want everything else. They want more. These people have more money than you could ever possibly spend, more power than you could ever possibly do anything with, and it's not enough. They want more. They want to squash everyone beneath them. Everyone. So that they can have all of the power, all of the resources. And they are using the Christian nationalists and the white supremacists to pursue those goals. The Christian nationalist movement is filled with white supremacists and Christian supremacists. It's the idea that, number one, white people, but number two, Christians should rule over everyone. That Christians should lead the world. That Christians should have dominion over all other religions, all other groups of people. Everything should be run and controlled by Christians. All of the rules should be written based on Christian dogma. The problem is, number one, obviously a large problem with this, is that they're not actually practicing Christianity. They are ignoring Jesus. They are ignoring the words and the messages of Jesus in pursuit of this goal of power. Jesus never taught dominionism. That's not part of his rhetoric. At no point did Jesus say, go and rule all the nations. Go and knock everyone into obedience. Go and make sure that you control every facet of government on the planet. No. Jesus told people to have mercy. He told people to take care of the sick and the poor and the elderly. He told people to make sure that people had food. The person of Jesus is completely absent from Christianity today. It is completely absent from Christian nationalism. So you have the billionaire class, the ultra wealthy, taking control of the Christian nationalist movement and creating a fascist dictatorship in the United States. Meanwhile, you have people all over the planet who are standing up in solidarity with the United States, with the people of the United States, and saying, fuck these fascists. And we don't know about it because the news isn't reporting on it and the algorithms aren't pushing that information. It's getting increasingly difficult to find that information. But it's happening. There are people standing up everywhere. At what point do we realize that this is what we're up against? You're not fighting your neighbor. You're not fighting the guy across the street. Our enemy here is not each other. It's not the people in the working class. It's not the immigrants, no matter their status. It's not the interracial couple. It's not the gay couple. It's not the black people that live in a white neighborhood. The enemy in all of this is the people at the top who have so much power but want more. It is the people who are doing everything they can to crush you beneath their boot. We have to get past the belief that our neighbor is our enemy. Obviously, in scenarios where you have a neighbor who wants to do you harm, a neighbor who believes that you should not be allowed to exist, obviously that's a caveat. Obviously that is someone that you can't negotiate with. That's someone that you can't make friends with. But the vast majority of people in the United States and across the world aren't those people. I still believe that a huge majority of people on the planet are good. I still believe that we have that potential. Things are going to get ugly over the next few weeks, over the next few months, possibly over the next few years. Who are we going to fall back on? Who are we going to have protect us? Who are we going to stand in solidarity with? How are we going to push back? The only way to push back is together. And in order to do that, we have to remember who it is that we're fighting against.